You ready? All right.
I got it. And 3, 2, 1.
Yo, this your boy Sean Treasy. This the show, Star in My City. I got another guest on here today. We call him King Cutler. King Cutler from all around, been all around. A lot of y'all know about him. Hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let him bring himself in.
Yo, it's Cut. You know, we down here in Charleston, South Carolina right now. I'm chilling on the Star in My podcast. Star in My City podcast right now. So, you know, let's get to it.
Word. So Cutler, like I was saying, man, when I first saw you perform, as I, gradually thought about it after we talked on Instagram, was at the Meeting of the Minds. That's the first time I saw you perform. So I'm pretty sure that's not your first performance. You probably been out a while before that performance. That's probably like a year ago, I guess.
Maybe.
What was that, going to the Meeting of the Minds, what was that like, just that small experience for you?
I mean, to me, it was like another show. Like,
Okay.
No disrespect to it, but it was like another show. To me, it was another opportunity to touch a crowd that I hadn't already been in front of,
Okay.
I don't know if that was the time. There was one time I came out there once before, and then the next time I came out there, everyone who bought a ticket, I gave them a CD.
Okay.
Like I had CDs at the front of the place.
Like I want everybody, I've been saying CDs is still out here. We still listen to CDs, all right?
Yeah.
Get them CDs out here. You know what I mean? But Cutler, man, so you started rapping back early 2000s?
I mean, me and my homeboys would always like rap when we was younger.
Yeah.
I want to say the first official song I dropped, it was a terrible song, but it was like back in 2016.
Okay.
But I've been rapping for a long time, to be honest.
So what started you? Like, we all got inspired by somebody that's already out there.
Yeah.
What artist inspired you? Because I don't know if people know, but it's a difference between rap and what I call hip hop rap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you more for like you come from like a Joey Badass type of, I guess, in a sense, more J. Cole or something.
Yeah. To be honest, what really, really inspired me was my mom. She would play, like, she had a couple CDs in rotation. And one of the CDs was like DMX, It's Dark and Hell Is Hot.
Okay.
And then, she had the Miseducations of Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
And she had the CD by Kirk Franklin.
Okay.
And it was the one with the Melodies from Heaven on it. And I remember she listened to it all the time.
Okay.
And I can't really remember. I mean, I remember listening to R. Kelly back in the day. I don't want nobody to cancel me. So I said back in the day. But, and her favorite artist, she used to have this picture of Jay-Z in her mirror.
Okay.
Where it was her and Jay-Z.
Okay.
Because she was from Brooklyn, too.
From Brooklyn.
So, like, I remember I used to, like, see it every single day. And I used to be like, I used to think my mom was cool. Like, I was like, dog, like,
yeah,
that's Jay-Z in her mirror, like, right there. She sitting right there.
She listened to DMX in the back of the day. She had the two top dogs.
Man, that's what I'm saying. And like I said, like DMX, It's Dark and Hell Is Hot, to me is like, if not one of the best albums that ever touched the face of earth.
It was.
And just listening to that every single day as a kid, like, and it painting pictures in your head. ATF, like, boom, boom, boom. Open the door. ATF, it's too late to send my girl downstairs to say left. I'm 5 years old in the back of the car, like.
You already rapping it?
I'm rapping it. And in my head, I'm seeing it as a movie. So, that's what really got me into hip hop. I remember watching 106 in Park, all that stuff. And
I was going to just say right quick, listening to DMX, though, that's what you see. You see a movie.
Exactly.
I would say every freaking song, honestly.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like every song was like, damn, I could see it playing out right now. You know what I mean? But and DMX was lyrical as well. A lot of people, they just thought I don't want to say a lot of people, but I think people just thought he was just loud, but he was really lyrical. You just had to pay attention to what he was saying.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead.
Nah, but to go off of what I'm saying, 106 in Park. I never watch MTV. Like some people be pointing to me and they be like, "Yeah, you used to watch MTV. That shit wasn't my style." 106 in Park, BET.
Yeah,
that's it. The black experience.
Black experience. Yeah. MTV wasn't my style either, though. But I did watch it a little bit, and then it got to a point. I was like, yeah, I ain't watching this no more.
Yeah, I was really selective about what I was paying attention to.
Yeah.
Like I ain't want to watch. I ain't gonna call out no names, but I was not interested in what they had to talk about.
All right. So So as you gradually grew, what artists did you start paying more attention to yourself? Or actually, did you already start? Well, yeah. What artists did you start paying more attention to outside of them DMX and was it Lauryn Hill?
Lauryn Hill, yeah. When I started coming into my like own character, like I want to probably like Lil Wayne, because he was like 07 era, like he was running the game.
Yeah.
And then I want to say the first album I ever bought was the Blueprint 3.
Okay.
It was the Blueprint 3, and I remember I just walked in and that was the album that was in the front of the store, and I was like,
yeah,
I'm buying this right here. And it was no other thought about it. I just bought it, and then I listened to it, and then I was like, Jay-Z might be my favorite rapper. Like,
man, it's craziest thing ever, dude, is I didn't listen to Jay-Z at first.
For real?
I didn't listen to Jay-Z till like 2013, 2012, 2013. I don't know, one day I was listening to a song and I was like, yo, that shit's fire. And I was like, Colors, you got this album? He was like, yeah, I got all the albums. I was like, let me hold them all. I think I got all of them from him. I gave them back to him. Then I got all the AZ from him after that. Yeah, so at first, I was already a fan of AZ. I just didn't never hear all of his albums. But Jay-Z, I was a late bloomer on him for sure. Now my homeboys, they were big Jay-Z fans, but I was more of a I was still a Tupac fan.
I feel you.
I was still saying, yo, if you ain't listening to Tupac, who is that dude? Like,
man, I got a funny, like, when I was younger, I used to think DMX and Tupac were the same people. Because there was a picture I seen when I was young, and it was DMX sitting in front of a picture of Tupac.
Okay.
And for some reason, I just thought they was the same person.
Same person. I got it. I can see that.
I thought they was the same two bald-headed black dudes to a like 6-year-old. Like,
did he have a chain on his neck too?
He probably had that like dog collar, like Cuban link type thing he had on his neck. And I remember looking at it. And like I said, I'm young, and my mom wasn't like very, like, some people grow up with people who were based in like the hip hop culture. My mom just wanted to have a good time. She just wanted to hear good music. Okay. So she was just playing things. She wasn't really too into what was going on East Coast versus West Coast and who you can't listen to. The one person she didn't let me listen to was Puff.
Oh, true.
She ain't let me listen to Puff, and that was because the whole situation with Shine.
Oh yeah.
She always used to like be like, nah, we don't listen to Puff. Like what he did to Shine
he did to Shine was fucked up for sure.
That's one thing.
In the mix of all of that, when did you decide that you wanted to start rapping?
I don't think it ever was a thing where I was just like, I'm gonna start rapping. It till I got older in my life, like probably like around 2018 was when I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna rap.
Okay.
But like, other than that, it was always based on what I was watching. I guess like you heavily influenced by the television you was watching. I didn't really watch. I watched like a little bit of cartoons, but I watched 106 in Park every single day.
All the
I
time.
remember my mom used to come in there and be like, they just showing the same music videos over and over again. But I really I was in love with
Yeah.
what they were showing.
It
So
didn't matter though if you liked the video or the
Exactly.
song, you're gonna watch.
you ain't never know who was gonna be on
Right.
there, who was gonna perform.
Yeah.
Like I remember one day I was watching and Pharrell and Jay-Z performed "Excuse Me, Miss."
Oh man.
He had Soldier Boy come through,
Yeah.
and perform one day. Like, so I wanted to know how could I actually go to a live show.
Yeah.
But that's what I was tuning in. Rap City.
Rap City. Oh
Rap
man.
City,
Yeah. Hey,
you-
with Big Tigger in the basement.
Exactly,
That
and he
the
was
shit.
always freestyling
Yeah.
before people came on,
Yeah.
and then the other person would go. Like
Yeah.
Lil Wayne murdered the his
Big Tigger
thing.
was low key though. He be playing around, but he was low key.
Exactly, he was spazzing low key. He was really spazzing low key.
So that's what's up, man. And then so you just kind of said this what you gonna do, right? Mm-hmm. Did you already have your do you think you already had your style and your voice?
Nah, cause I remember, I think I told you before. My first song was like 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was recording with one of my homeboys at the time, and his girl said something to me, like I guess they were talking about it, and they were like, "Yo, you could rap, but it's like something like your voice, like you gotta like actually say it for me to like."
Okay.
Understand to feel it.
Okay.
And I didn't know what she was talking about for the longest. But to me, music has always been spiritual.
Gotcha.
So I always felt the music I was listening to. When I listened to Jay-Z, I felt it. When I listened to DMX, I felt it.
Right.
When like all these guys. So I really didn't know what she was talking about, but the more and more I just kept rapping, the more and more I was putting real things into my music, and I get calls and people was like, I remember what you was talking about.
Okay.
Like I remember that, and it just continued to grow from there.
Did you already at that time did you have your name already, King Cutler, or did you have many names before you?
Nah, so what's funny is 2014, 2015, this when Twitter was a big thing, and you could put a like name in the thing.
Yeah.
And I want to say at one point I was calling myself Almighty Cut. This before rap though. This before rap. I changed my name to Almighty Cut because I was calling myself Die Fucking Sheer.
Okay, I see that.
Yeah, so then people in school, like there were some girls in school that would like yell at Die Fucking Sheer down the hallway.
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself, I was like, my homeboy that passed away, I remember we was all chilling in his frog room.
Okay.
At one point, and we was like, I told him, I was like, man, I can't be Die Fucking Sheer for the rest of my life. Like I can't have people just yelling Die Fucking Sheer on the and then he was like, man, we was playing 2K and I busted his ass. Like,
Yeah.
And then he was mad as hell. And he was like, man, you call yourself Almighty Cut. My favorite rapper never call himself like Almighty. You going to hell. That's blasphemy. And then I was like, you right. And his favorite artist was Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick had just dropped King Kunta.
Okay. Oh damn.
So then he was calling himself King Kendrick.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, what could I call myself? And I just started putting King before everything.
Okay.
And then I was like, King Cutler.
Okay.
And then I just looked at the whole room. And then my homeboy, Jay Leo, was like, yeah, that's it.
That fits you?
Yeah, he was like, that's it. And then from 2014, 2015 on, I just became Cutler. So.
Die Fucking Sheer though. So how you? I mean, cause that's like to me, that's kind of a spiritual in the sheer part in there. Is that what you?
So my actual name is Die Sheer.
Die Sheer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, see, I didn't. Okay, I instantly thought spiritual.
Yeah, my
do that.
aunt named me, like, apparently I ain't have a name for like 2 days or something like that.
Yeah.
So my aunt ended up giving me the name Die Sheer.
Word. You say you went 2 days without a name?
Yeah, I was nameless.
Damn,
2 days.
all right. That's a whole story to tell. damn. That's what's up, man. And then, came up with the King Cutler. So you didn't have many names. You just
I just went to one to another.
And it stuck with you.
Just stuck with me.
So when you came up with King Cutler though, and then you was telling like people, hey, I don't know if you were saying, hey, I do music. but the people who knew you do music from, I guess, through the grapevine,
Yeah.
your name being King Cutler, how much, like, did you get challenged?
Nah, I ain't really get challenged because once I started calling myself King Cutler, just
Yeah.
everybody around the city just started calling me King Cutler. And then
Okay.
people from the neighborhood started calling me Cut.
Okay.
And then at first I didn't really like Cut.
Yeah.
And then it just grew on me as the years went on. Like
Gotcha.
older people first, like they started saying Cut
Yeah.
said this, Cut said that. And I never told them I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But then after a while I was just like,
That's what's up, man. And so King Cutler Cut. So you started out, what was your first performance?
man, it was in Colombia.
Okay.
I never forget. It was I forgot what it was called, but I never forget the like essence of it. Like I remember it was a room full of people.
Yeah.
Like this shit was packed. This probably for anyone else, it almost looked like in my head it could look different now, but
Yeah.
I don't think there's a video of it. Have you ever seen 8 Mile?
Yeah, I seen 8 Mile.
It was like that. It was
okay.
a gang of motherfuckers in there,
Okay.
and then it was I think it was like a contest, and people was judging like people was judging the music, and I had a song called Butterfly Doors and a song called Mind Games. Those was the only two songs I ever had recorded. Okay. So Butterfly Doors, I remember seeing that beat for sale. I rapped to it, and then a couple weeks later, YBN The Mirror like ended up dropping a song with the same beat.
Okay.
So I was still performing it around the city.
Damn.
And then I remember performing it. It ain't really moved nobody.
Yeah.
And then Mind Games came on.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers start jumping up, and they was like, this the one, this the one. And then they gave me some advice, and they was like, yo, you need to take this, like the type of music you have some music like I'm gonna play in the car. Like I ain't gonna he was like, no offense to these guys in this thing with us right now, and I'm pretty sure you know what type of music we talking about. And they was like, when I want to go ride and I gotta go to Atlanta or something, like I'm gonna play your music.
Your shit going, because it's gonna ride me the whole way.
Exactly. And so Mind Games was, that was my first show. That was what I remember.
How long did you push Mind Games, and then did you go back to that show continuously?
Honestly, I'm kind of bad at pushing music. Like I drop music and then I just move on. And you can ask anybody in my and I just drop music and I keep on pushing. I try to like push certain things, but then it's like, to me, it's almost like, man, you can't run out of whatever it is that you're selling.
Okay.
Like, if you run out of it, then you ain't gonna have no more to sell.
Okay.
And with music, I'm trying to get better at shooting music videos. And like this year, I told myself I'm gonna drop a lot of singles.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to push the single as much as I can before I drop the next single.
Okay.
And just trying to learn how to promote and all that stuff.
Okay. So you're a one-man army for as your team and all that.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that makes it to the point of what you're saying about doing your videos and promoting songs and before it's going on to the next songs. Yeah. You but in the mix, man, you seem to kind of start doing this music, and then you just seem to kind of gradually grow real fast, man.
Man, kind of.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it feels that way, but like we said, I've been rapping for like 10 years.
Gotcha.
And like I say that to say, like, when you think about what Dirk was saying, Lil Durk, free him. But before he got his big break with the Drake feature, he was rapping for like 12, 13, like 14 years before he
got to put in that work though.
Exactly.
Sometimes it take a long time to get to where you want.
Exactly.
To get to. I mean, there's so many rappers out here. There's so many singers as well. But it's a lot of rappers out here. Just like it's a lot of people want to go to the NBA, but it ain't that many people gonna go. You know
exactly.
So you gotta be gotta be the best of the best.
Exactly. And I've just been blessed enough to gradually have a steady pace upward.
Gotcha.
So
you I think earlier when we was talking, you went to you also been doing some shows outside of the States.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that, man?
I mean, bro, That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not about to lie. So I would never even have thought, like, even 5 years ago that I would be doing that. But they love
Yeah.
hip hop over there.
Okay.
So like when you go do a show over, like I recently just came back from Thailand, and it was love out there. Like they loved it. Like they wouldn't even let me lift a finger.
Gotcha.
They wouldn't. They like it was almost like they treated me with the utmost respect. All that stuff, man. Like it was beautiful out there too.
So like when you was out there, did you was out there? You opened up for
Rome streets.
Rome Streets. Okay. How does that work?
So shout out Coach Bombay. It's almost like it's just a networking aspect of like it all. And I remember DJ Khaled was saying before, like how back in the day, like you actually had to hit the ground and you had to, and it's a blessing that I was able to hit the ground running, like go to New York and actually get connections to you, and that you might have a connection or a mutual following with him,
Gotcha.
and that he might be looking for assistance
Gotcha.
on a show coming up because he manages Rome Streets and
Okay.
he's looking for assistance for a show.
Gotcha.
So it's like it's as simple as that.
Okay. So man, I mean, like, was you nervous or was you just like, I've been doing this for a while. This ain't.
I mean, I'm always nervous before I hit any stage, but at the end of the day, once you hit the stage, it's like I've been doing this for a while. So you like when you do it for a while and you practice, you rehearse, like this is what I'm gonna do at this show right here. I'm gonna step going this way and I'm gonna step going that way at this point of the song, at this point of the song. You prepare for it all.
Okay.
So then once you get out there, it's almost like you just going through the motions.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you do the songs that you did in Thailand? Are them the songs that you're pushing or you're wanting to push on the daily basis?
So the songs I did in Thailand, like I'll mix up my sets. It just depends on how I'm feeling during that time. But I got a lot of music out.
Okay.
At one point, I did take some music back off of streaming platforms, but I had like 30 tapes.
Damn.
Like I had 30 releases on streaming platforms.
Man, wait, time out. Are you at home dropping all this? What's the studio? Oh, you got your own
So
studio.
no, so at one point I had my own studio.
Okay.
And then I was like, I don't want to engineer myself anymore. Like I
Okay.
just want to focus on the sound.
Okay.
So then my homeboy Afro, he had a built up studio at his house.
Okay.
And then we would like travel around. I'd record at his house, or we would go up to Columbia and record at Gas Lab Studios.
Okay.
Or we might go, just depending on where we are, we'll pull it out, do everything we need to do.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just record with him. He'll mix and master it on the spot.
Yeah.
And then we just continuously grow. Like, I'll be like, I got this in mind. I'm working on this album. Like, Who I Am came out 2024.
Right.
And I had some music on there. Like, if you go back and listen to Who I Am, like Survivor's Remorse, The Ghetto,
Okay.
Fast Lane, Flesh of My Flesh, those were like great songs.
Great song.
Like
okay.
great
And,
songs.
Legendary is on that one too, right?
Legendary,
Okay.
yep. So like those are great songs to where you can still perform, and then every single time you drop a good tape, you ask yourself, "Damn, am I gonna be able to top that one?" And that's what happens throughout my my journey of this thing. Like I always ask myself, "Damn, am I gonna be able to top that last joint?"
But you putting them out so fast. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't got no time to waste.
True that.
So it's just
True
like
that.
with like what we doing right here.
Yeah.
Like them other guys like Kendrick Lamar, Drake, J. Cole, they could take a year off and then come back. Us, if we take a year off, these people out here gonna forget.
True.
They gonna forget who we are.
There's so many out here now, and the game is such a fast pace. It's wow.
Everybody just looking to be entertained.
Yeah.
So you got to keep the people that are tapped in with you entertained.
Okay.
And if you can't keep them entertained, they're going to move on and find someone else to entertain them.
Okay. So man, tell us more about King Cutler. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell us like your journey to today, you know.
Okay. I don't even know where to start. I know it's been a ride.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's been a
Gotcha.
ride. It's been a hell of a ride. I remember, I literally remember like either 2017 or 2018, just sitting back. I remember being on the shuttle, and everybody knew me as like the young kid.
Yeah.
And they was like, oh, he a good kid, like this, that, and the fourth.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, you know what? All those people, like most of, I guess, the black people that was on that shuttle with me, they knew I was making music.
Gotcha.
It was like, you good with the music thing. And then one morning, I was just like, fuck it, I'm a rap.
Gotcha.
And then everybody on the shuttle laughed at me.
Okay.
I was like, man, fuck. I was fucked up.
Where were you going at that time?
I was working. I was
Okay.
working over in Monk's Corner.
Okay.
And I was on the way to work.
Yeah.
And like people knew, like I was one person that, man, I was fucked up at the time. I was walking to work. I was riding a bike to the shuttle, walking to the shuttle. But to do that,
making it happen though.
yeah, and you had to I had to be up earlier than the rest of them. So I had to be up from where I lived at the time. That shit was like a 2-3 hour bike ride. So just imagine walking, and I had to do that to make it to the thing. So these people knew I'm coming to the shuttle drenched in sweat.
Gotcha.
Drenched in sweat, and you just had to make it happen. And I just asked myself, I asked myself, am I gonna be doing this for a whole year?
Yeah.
Am I gonna be doing this for the rest of my life? And I said, you know what? It was easy. Rap was coming easy to me. I was like, I'm gonna just rap.
I mean, you had a lot of time to put some thoughts together on the way to work.
Exactly.
Straight up.
And then after work,
Yeah.
you don't got nothing going on. You just wait until the next day.
But somebody will give you a ride halfway or something.
It depends.
True that.
It depends.
True that.
Not every single day. I remember there was one day my supervisor saw me walking. He was a young dude, and he saw me walking. He pulled over.
Yeah.
He was like, "Where you going?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, "I'm going home." And then he was like, "Man, get in the car." And then from him doing that, he started telling other people "Hey, we need to look out for bro."
Yeah, word.
And that's when people start looking out.
Okay. And when you was doing that though at the shuttle, was you I guess busting little freestyles and stuff for them or?
Nah, I would record something. I record something the day before, and then I come to the job, and then everybody be like, well, what you got for us today? And I play it for them, or I send it to them, and they was like, yeah, you're gonna be special one day, and
that's
how that went.
That's what's up though. So so in that process, is that part of who I am? Is that?
Yeah, I think if I can remember correctly, going back into it, I want to say I put a lot of that into who I am.
Okay.
Into who I am. I tried to even go in to say from the track list, you go legendary.
Yeah.
I remember after I left that job, there was this one girl that ended up working there later on, and I just randomly ran into the crew.
Okay.
And she said, yeah, they still talk about you out there. It's almost like you some myth. You're some myth of what was going on out there. And then that kind of leads you into legendary.
Yeah.
Then you get to Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
And then you get to The Ghetto.
Okay.
And that takes you even further back in my life.
Okay.
Then Survivor's Remorse, all that stuff.
I gotta make sure I check it out really good to actually tonight. I'm sitting it's real good.
And then you fast forward from that, you get to 2025. You get It's Not Over Until You Win.
Okay.
And that's a book of motivation right there. Right. It's all the music. That's really what all the music is. It's just that title that was inspired by Les Brown, and his audio is Not Over Till You Win.
It's not over till you win.
And that's really the story in that one. Keep going.
Right.
Because life ain't gonna stop.
No.
And it really ain't gonna stop until you win. When you win and conquer everything else, that's when you get a break.
That's when you get a break. That's when that's when you want to get a break. So tell us, man, about Holy City. What made you? Because is that just you?
So Holy City Records right now, it's my label, and it's another artist other than me under it. It's LGP Amon.
Okay.
And really, one day, one of my other homeboys was rapping, and he sent me his track, and he was like, "Yeah, this not done or whatever." And then I was like, "Man, fuck that! I'm hopping on this thing." So I just hopped on it, and I remember I was just like, at the end, I was like, "Holy City Records, nigga."
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounds good. So then I started looking up trademarks and like if anybody had it, and it wasn't like.
So then you went and
And
signed,
I just
sealed,
went,
and approved it
yeah,
right there.
like for a long time, I was just saying it,
Yeah.
and we opened up for Talib Kweli.
Okay.
This was last year,
Okay.
so for maybe like 7 years, I was just claiming Holy City Records, saying putting it on shirts and all that stuff, and then Talib Kweli, like, he was impressed with what we did, and then he said, "Holy City Records, is that you, or did you sign to somebody?" And then I was like, "No, that's me."
Yeah.
And then he seemed happy when I told him that was me.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah." And then he started telling me stories. And then after that night, I was like, "Yeah." The very next day, I went LLC'd it, trademarked it.
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah, I can't like."
Okay. So what you been on tour with a couple of, or I don't know, I don't want to say a couple, but you been out there doing some shows with some big name people, because I think you said Remy Ma earlier.
Raw Digger.
Raw Digger.
Yeah.
Excuse me about that. Raw Digger earlier. So what is that? Like, is it a dog eat world? You know what I'm saying? Or is it kind of like any more doors opening from just them particular?
I feel like the door is open.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, it's a dog eat dog world, but I've been blessed enough to be part of shows with people who aren't in the fight like we are. Like Rod Digger is already like a critically acclaimed name. Like she don't have to prove nothing else anymore. So she just going over it. She's not trying to.
She already made
Rome
her
Streets, same thing. Like Rome Streets is like already a name that's stamped.
Gotcha.
Like he's running with Griselda and Bad Influence, Social Misfits. Like they're already who they are.
Okay.
So these guys, I'm not competing with them. They not competing with me. They're opening that door to allow me to, eat off of what they already built.
Okay.
And so I've been blessed enough to deal with that. Like I haven't been too much in competition with people who have been opening these doors for me.
Gotcha. Because I know you said, I know we talked about doing the show, and he was like, "Well, let me know what you got so I can know if I'm available." I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
He just sitting around like a lot of other people. You know what I mean?
So because I'm trying to lock things in. I'm sorry to cut you off. Yeah, I'm just trying to lock things in so I can know, like, but with what we had coming up, I was like, I knew I was about to, like, next month.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be in town. Like, I'm gonna be out of the States.
Okay.
So it's just like,
how much are you? Like, how much you out of the state? Like, how much? When you say out of the states, you mean like overseas?
Yeah,
and everything.
Yeah.
How often?
Man, so this year was my first time ever doing it.
Okay.
So like January, I was overseas for about a week.
Okay.
And then I came back, and then I was like, okay, I was talking to LGP, and I was like, we need to put the physical footprint in Charleston. Now, like, I feel like we have a good digital footprint, but Holy City Records needs to put that physical footprint before I go back overseas. So, like, I kind of knew I was going back overseas, but I'm trying to make it at least like a repetitive thing. Like I just saw Conway last year. He dropped one tape, and I swear that motherfucker was on tour the whole year. Like he was on tour and every single show was packed out. And I was just like, damn, you don't gotta, you don't gotta keep doing the same things in your city, but you have to open that door, that avenue for you to be able to go overseas and go to other states.
So I'm thinking, so you haven't thrown your own show. You haven't had your own show here yet.
No, I have. I threw my own. I actually did my own for who I am. I did a whole tour. Like I
Okay.
went to Canada. I
Okay.
did shows in Colombia. Like I did my own personal tour where I put it together and did a headline type of thing for
Okay.
myself. And here, like I've thrown shows at Rebel Taqueria, multiple shows, probably
Okay.
like 3. I've thrown other like 3 shows at Purple Buffalo
Okay.
where I like headline my own thing. Trying to think, I'm probably missing a couple other venues, but yeah, I've thrown my own
Oh,
shows.
your own shows here. Okay, I was about to say, damn, you just jump right out there and start going everywhere but Charleston.
Yeah, no, I did. The thing is, before I did everything else, I was
Yeah.
doing like
You were
Charleston
doing it,
heavy, and I was like, I kept telling myself, and I was the other people I talked to on a day-to-day basis. I said, yo, like, what we competing for? Like,
Gotcha.
what I feel like, because if I throw a show in Charleston and you throw a show in Charleston, and Colors throws a show in Charleston the same day,
Right.
what are we doing?
True that. Somebody you can't go to all 3 shows in the same.
Yeah, like we kind of competing against each
Yeah.
other.
Sometimes
rather-
that happened, like, I guess, what's the word for simultaneously? Like, you
Yeah.
didn't know this person. was
Exactly,
on the show.
which I could understand, but then it's almost like every weekend thing. Every weekend, like you trying to stay consistent to where I got a connection at, let's say I got a connection at Rebel.
Right.
So I'm gonna throw a show at Rebel. Let's say you got a connection at Poorhouse, and you trying to bring Poorhouse business that night, and then Colors got a connection at Jungles, and he trying to bring Jungles business that night. When you really think about it all together, it's like we're competing against each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want the best turnout,
Yeah.
rather than okay, let's me and you tag team and we do Rebel this weekend.
Yeah.
Then next weekend we do Jungles. Then next weekend the weekend after that we do Poorhouse.
Yeah.
And it don't always work out like that, but that was the question I had for people. I was like, why are we competing against each other? Even if we're not competing, like I'm competing against you.
Yeah.
Why are we competing against each other? Like, and we not even paying attention to it really.
But somebody else sees it. Somebody else, and you might say, "Well, that's not what I'm doing," but somebody else, that's what they see in their mind. That's what they see in their, oh damn, yeah. So, yeah, that's a good question, man.
Yeah, so
That's
that's
definitely a
what
good
kind of
question.
led me to expand. Like I was like, how big meet you get successful.
Gotcha.
We started expanding.
Start expanding, true that. So, did you do a lot of freestyling? I guess did you do a little like a lot of freestyling, like just to see where you at with people, or
I wasn't too heavy into like freestyling. I did a lot of writing, but then when I met Unheard and them, like New and
Yeah.
them, and they be on stage and like at a live show, freestyling. I was like, damn, like what I'm gonna do? Like I can't be up on stage with these guys and not be able to freestyle.
True that.
So then I just started like every single morning. I just turn on a random beat and just start freestyling.
Okay. So how long you think you was like freestyling before it, like getting it down pat before it just like
Man,
nothing to
honestly,
you?
like it wasn't. It's still something to me. Like it's still hard sometimes.
Yeah.
But I was doing it for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And then I want to say there was a show a little bit after I came back from Thailand.
Okay.
And it was at Royal American, and New asked me if I was free to come, and all of a sudden we just start freestyling on stage. Like
Okay.
we freestyled the rest of the set. Like I want to say we had 30-minute set.
Yeah.
And like Unheard was on stage, and I was the only person outside of Unheard.
Yeah.
And Unheard, like everybody in Unheard freestyles.
Okay.
So then I just start freestyling with him.
Yeah, he's raw. He's raw, dude. He's raw, dude. Straight out. Word. But like, 'cause I only saw him perform one time, but he's definitely raw. So man, back to your touring. Besides Thailand, you was where else?
Yeah. So next month, I want to say I'm going to Madrid and then Barcelona.
Oh,
And
okay.
then from there, it's like dates. I probably have to look back at the list and all that stuff. We got leads.
You tied up for the next 6 months at least.
I don't
rest
know
of the year.
I don't even know for the next 6 months. I'll be living in the moment. So
Yeah.
next month, the
Yeah.
whole month is like blocked off. I don't got
we
nothing.
probably won't see you for the next year, 2027, man.
Y'all might, because even when I come back, like I've been telling LGP we got some work to do in Charleston.
Yeah.
So like every chance we get to perform in Charleston and we
Yeah.
together, like we gotta
do that.
we gotta put that
Okay.
together.
Okay. Word, yeah, we might not see you in 2027, man. You about to just take off, man. Come back home and be like, yo.
I'm trying to, man, but you know, this shit be up and down like anything else.
It does. So, man, you, okay, so I know you and Keon, you know what I'm saying? Like, have y'all did something?
Keon and I got a single out. He dropped it. It's called Obligation.
Okay.
And
hear that.
Yeah, Obligations. That's a tight one. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. That's a nice one. But yeah, me and Keon got Obligations.
How long that's been out?
Man, I probably couldn't put a timestamp on it, but if I had to, maybe 3 months, 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but 3 or 4 months probably. We got a music video out.
Yeah.
I want to say probably about 4 months. Maybe we shot that before January. So like.
And then right quick, back to the freestyle. You like the write versus freestyling?
I like the write versus freestyling, but then like in Thailand, they was freestyling. Like in Thailand, they was coming up. They was playing the beat off their phone. And they was freestyling.
Yeah.
Like,
did you jump in or did you?
I did end up freestyling. Like at the end of the night, like at the very end of the night, I ended up freestyling, and then they was like, "Oh,
okay." So you had to see what they let them get they way right quick.
Because I had to peep game, bro. I forgot bro name, but he was spazzing. Like he said something like he was going in and out of his original language.
Yeah.
He was going from his language to English.
Okay.
Back to his language.
Okay.
So I was like, damn, bro, like tweaking. Like,
did you know how to? Did you like speak? Did you know how to? Could you tell?
Nah. Oh yeah. You could tell like bro was speaking his language and then coming back in. Yeah, you could tell.
That's
100%,
man. So right now, like, what would you know what I'm saying, if you had somebody that came to you and, asked you some questions, they trying to get out here and make some moves, they new into the game, what would you tell them?
Reps. I'd tell them like, record your music, make it good enough, and then put reps in, and then like do as many shows as you can. Okay. So you're prepared for the moment.
So you prepare for the moment. That's what's up.
You don't know what you'll create out like during that time. Yeah. But you'll have some people that start to follow you.
Okay. That's what's up. When you first got your first set of fans or somebody that told you, "Hey, I'm a fan of your music," like did that spark something in your mind, or did that?
It did. Humble? It did, cause I try to remain grounded at all times, but in Colombia, like my early shows, Mind Games, like I said, Mind Games, bro started like. They were rapping that shit back to me from the crowd. Like, and these weren't people I hung out with every single day and I saw every single weekend. Like, I go up there and perform, and they'd be like, "Oh, cut, yeah." And then I start rapping Mind Games, and they pull their phones out, and they start singing it with me. Okay. So, like, yeah, that inspired me. I was like, yo, these people, like, actually know who I am. Like,
because you performed at Music Forum more than once, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. How was that? Like, you had a crowd down there, I know.
So Music Forum, it's still hard. One of the hardest things to do, in my opinion, as an artist, is sell tickets. Yeah. Like, that's one of the hardest things. Like, I don't think people understand how hard selling a ticket is.
I agree.
And, like, people think, like, they'll look at a show, and I can't tell you how many people would be like, "We could do this, bro. Like, we could bring, like, if I bring, and you bring, and he bring, we could all bring 20 people." I'm like, you don't know how hard that shit is, to be honest. Like, you don't know how hard it is to bring 5 people to a show.
That is hard.
And but to answer your question, Music Farm, how many times did I perform? I did the OJ the Juice Man show at Music Farm. Talib Kweli was probably at most people.
Okay.
That was probably most people. I want to say like maybe close to 200 tickets were sold that night. And
Damn. That's
Juice.
That's you saying throughout the whole ticket sale, or you saying just
Yeah, at that point,
that's the
because I didn't even get the information. I didn't get the actual program and the details of how many things were sold. So everything's word of mouth.
Okay.
And word of mouth, what got back to me was maybe like 185, close to 200 tickets had been sold that night for the Talib show.
That's a lot of people.
And the Juice Man show, it wasn't like that many people. I want to say Project Pat. I did Project Pat at Purple Buffalo. That sold out.
Yeah.
And Purple Buffalo capacity is 400. And that sold out. Because I remember before the show, Dan was like, yeah, we might have to move it outside because there's going to be people that want to come in that didn't get a ticket. And then I was like, they can't get a ticket.
He was thinking about the door. People.
Yeah, and I was like, then, you know, you might have to have a clicker, but if they can't get in, they can't get in.
Right.
Like, there's been times I couldn't get into shows when I was coming up. So
even now, you know, they can't get in. Yeah, because even now, gradually moving people, that's a whole different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The whole show was planned to be inside. So now, if we kind of migrate outside, what if we don't have the right equipment? What if it was hot that day?
Niggas get hot.
So it's like it's one of those things. Like there's been some times where I've just been like wowed by the people, the amount of people that have been in the crowd.
Okay, so. Damn. Word. So you I mean, right now, I know you say, you know, I definitely agree with you. It's hard to sell tickets. It's hard to get people to come. I mean, people say, well, you know, you can get 5, you can get your family shit. So that's hard.
That shit's hard, bro. Like,
you know what I mean?
Family will tell you, yeah, I'm coming out there. And then
best friends and everything.
They be like, man, you gonna hate me, man. I can't make it out there.
That's how they be, for real.
But at the same time, like, when you meet these people at these shows, like, I want to say the Jizza joint, the day before I went out to Thailand, New called me and he was like, yo, like, I need you to make it up to Colombia. Because he was pushing his tape, Many May Come, but More Will Go or something like that.
Okay.
And he went on like 3 or 4 show run with Jizza from Wu-Tang.
Okay. Damn.
And the show in Colombia, the first show, that shit sold out.
Okay.
And the capacity for that joint's like 500 people. Damn. So if you like go on my page and you actually look at like what was going on in the crowd that day, it was ass of motherfucking. When I said put your hands up, there was an ass of people that put their hands up. Yeah. But then like the joint down here at Building 62, that shit looked longer than football field. When I was in Thailand and I saw him tell people to put their hands up, and then I saw the camera pan and that shit kept going back.
Yeah.
I was like, I called him. Like, this was after my show that night. But like I said, when it's sunny over there, it's nighttime over here. So I was like, yo, yesterday, it looked like y'all had the shit, that shit cracking. And then bro was like, you mean like 10 minutes ago, bro? I was like, oh shit, bro, my fault. The shit over here, the sun over here throwing me off. And he was like, yeah, bro, that shit was
probably really like a whole day difference, right?
Man, yeah.
Okay.
It's literally like when the sun's up over here, the sun's down. It's nighttime over there.
Okay. So. Okay. Shoot, man. I think we're gonna wrap it up, man.
Okay.
You got any shout outs you wanna give?
Man, I want to say shout out to New, shout out to Unheard, Dre the Poet, Tony Shot Me, Steph, Most Wanted Steph, shout out Keon, shout out LGP Amon, Indie Gold, Colors, shout out to you. Shout out this beautiful platform, dog. Like I said, a lot of people don't understand how important this is to the culture. So, other than that,
you know what you telling me that, man, that's motivation for me to keep on doing this thing. I really appreciate that.
No problem, dog. This is really like this is one of the avenues that a lot of people it's overlooked, but it's really important for like upcoming artists to come on and speak about it. Like it helps with our digital footprint and all that. So,
Right.
yeah.
I talked to Indiglo. I'm supposed to get Indiglo on here hopefully next month. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate Keon coming on. I appreciate y'all opening up that door for me to be able to show the other artists that just like hip hop artists. You know, we got hip hop, we got trap, we got, I guess what you want to say, rappers in a sense. But
Man.
I'm glad y'all are in a different lane than some of the artists that I already had on the show.
Yeah.
I just appreciate you and Keon open up that door so those guys can see.
And I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you 1,000%. And I don't mean like any offense when I say it. Like I was just talking to somebody. I was just talking to LGP and New recently, and it's like a lot of like as artists we feel offended when a lot of people don't know who we are or don't like they're not caught on to what we're doing. But then it's like, can you really be offended when somebody doesn't know who you are?
Right.
So it's like, if it wasn't for Keon coming, and this is the part where I mean, like, if it wasn't for Keon coming on this podcast, like, I wouldn't have known about this podcast.
Right.
And then when I saw it, I was like, yo, this is dope. And then I was like, yo, the quality on this is crazy. Like, I was texting Keon, and I was like, can you introduce me to him?
Yeah.
And he was like, he might know you. I was like, I don't know if I ever, like, met him before.
Yeah.
And then I just reached out to you.
Yeah.
And but like I said, like that's one of the, I feel like a lot of things hold us back because we feel entitled to people knowing us and all that stuff.
That's why I told you. That's why I said, yo, man, my bad. Because I thought I went and checked you out. And I was like, damn, you know, that name rang a bell. And then Cutler just kept saying, man, you didn't see him, man. You didn't see him. You ain't never met him. I was like, nah, but the name rang a bell.
Yeah, we ain't never met. But like when I saw Keon do this, I was like, I need to get on there. Yeah, I was like, I need to get on there. And
Word.
so, like I said, I appreciate you 100%. Thank you.
And then I did a little research, and I said what you said. He needs to get on here. I did. I said he needs to get on here. Yeah, he needs to get on here because you getting on here to me open doors for me. You know
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, this the show Star in My City. I'm your boy Sean Treasy, sponsored by Those to Watch Radio Show, Meeting of the Mind, Studio J, and La La More Promotions. One time for the culture.
One.